All right, folks, Dr. K here with another hot take. The naturopathic community, the non-traditional healthcare community, gets a bad name. There are definitely some folks out there that you do not want to see. Folks that do some quackery, for sure. But I want y'all to realize how much I have learned from this community, because it's changed my perspective in so many things. I'll give you an example. What I've learned from, I'm going to just use the naturopathic community, is their emphasis on determining what is the root cause of a problem, of a medical condition. What's the root cause? Because a lot of times in medicine, we treat, we're excellent at treating the condition, but how often are we asking ourselves, what's the underlying driver of said condition? And I'll use diabetes as an example. This is when I start to really appreciate this, is the likes of Jason Fung, especially just the idea of adding more and more insulin to somebody that when we know it is more likely to increase your fat production, increase insulin resistance, as opposed to thinking about how do we reduce that insulin resistance? What do we ingest so that we're less likely to consume more insulin and so we don't perpetuate the problem. So like, this is why fasting works, why keto works, why low carb works. And that totally changed the way I approach things, totally changed the way I think about things. And because of this community and because of that mindset, I'm now looking at why we set up our pre-diabetes and diabetes reversal clinic, for marginalized communities here in Ottawa. This is the reason. This is what stemmed it. Root cause. Thinking about exactly what is driving the illness. And so all this to say is, let's all stop being closed-minded. Let's all have an open mind to folks that are practitioners. Once again, are there some people that I would not recommend seeing? Absolutely. But we could learn from each other. Many things that I think we thought were out there are now mainstream. If you look at different dietary approaches, ketogenic, low carb, fasting, probably were thought of as quackery back in the day and now becoming mainstream. Meditation and mindfulness, all these things that years ago we would have laughed at, it are now part of many people's practice. So let's keep an open mind. Let's learn from each other and stop shunning each other and being closed-minded, and let's start opening doors. And I think this is a time where we need to think more creatively of how we're going to address some of our healthcare needs. So I wanted to plant that seed. I know it might feel controversial to some, but that's the way it is. Thanks for listening.